Choo choo. Welcome to the Ukraine train.
Pause for a second.
Paused.
I feel like I don't ever even talk about Ukraine. Like, I never talk about Ukraine in my personal life.
Uh-huh.
But
Well, you should. I talk about it every day.
I've heard and talked about freaking Ukraine so much more than I ever would have wanted to in my entire life.
Do you hear her?
I'm so sick of it.
I'm sick of this right-wing apologist sitting next to me. Ukraine is democracy.
Just like, okay, 2.5 years ago, no one was talking about Ukraine.
Of course. Most people didn't even know where Ukraine was on the map.
They still don't.
I know, and they're just like, I think it's that big slob of a country right there. What comes from it? Wheat? I don't know. Wheat and labs.
Biolabs.
And a little bit of a nice place called Chernobyl, where wolves in Chernobyl do not get cancer because of the high levels of radiation. I read that story the other day.
Okay, this sounds
Real
like...
story. That's not disinformation.
Okay, but what was the source?
The source was Daily Mail, and I think it's the highest source you could possibly find.
No, okay, hold on. Pause for a second.
Okay.
If you're a depopulationist, don't you want people to believe that if they expose themselves to enough radiation, they won't get cancer? Is that what the wolves?
The wolves don't get cancer because they're around such high levels of radiation, apparently, throughout their whole lives.
That is just...
So it's like, maybe we need to have some more spills. It's science. Just because your conclusion makes you uncomfortable based on your hypothesis doesn't make it not true.
No, I'm willing to believe it's true, but I also am willing to believe, like, this is what some, like, billionaire depopulationist wants us to read and think, so we'll go do it. Yeah. And then we're all going to die. It sounds like a Kool-Aid thing.
Nah, we're going to do just fine.
Okay.
Run some antivirus on your AI. You're sounding a bit fat-phobic right now. She is fat-phobic.
When was I fat-phobic?
I programmed her to be. Since Bidenomics, I've tripled my wealth. Just sold another Hunter masterpiece, Derek. Hunter Biden in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Hunter, send me some of your artwork. I want to display it for my children. Here we go.
With this urgent aid package, Congress has a chance to ensure Ukraine wins the war, to ensure Putin is not victorious, to ensure that Western democracy can thrive in the 21st century. And let me say, if our allies see that America doesn't support its ally Ukraine, they will no longer be our allies. They will know that they cannot depend on America. And even worse, if the autocrats, the vicious dictators like Putin, like Xi, like the heads of North Korea and Iran, see that the United States
I'm gonna get real. He's getting lower.
From a challenge like this,
yeah, just
they will
challenge.
be emboldened. So anyone who thinks that, this is far away, this does not have consequences for the American people are wrong. If we turn away from Ukraine over the next decade and several decades...
You hear that? If you turn away from Ukraine, there's going to be consequences, mister.
Why hasn't anyone told Chuck Schumer about bifocals?
Because he hasn't read about Ben Franklin. I just love this kind of like rhetoric of like, if you don't murder all these people today, they're going to come back and murder you tomorrow.
So,
period.
Give us money.
Period.com.
God. More money. We'll fix it.
Fun fact, Chuck Schumer his niece is Amy Schumer, who is also one of the funniest comedians of all time.
Oh my gosh. I have all of her specials on DVD.
Yeah, name one. You're a woman. Come on, woman.
No freaking clue. I avoid her at all costs.
Wow, that is so anti-woman, and I don't want to hear about that anymore.
Oh, what's her show? Life of Beth. Got it.
Was that a show? I don't know. I always think of Amy Inside Schumer or something. I don't even remember. Fun fact, Chuck Schumer has a fetish for oatmeal. Same. What kind of steel cut? He's a steel cut guy. Schumer is mostly definitely Satan. Schumer, I don't know. We need to have like a Schumer Gavin Newsom off. Who is the most evil looking politician? They both could easily be in a Batman movie. This is the Penguin, and then Newsom is...
I think Newsom is like a sidekick. I think...
He's like the billionaire that funds...
Apache Roberts might be right, because Schumer is like planting the seeds. He's like...
Yes.
Twisting the truth, planting the lies.
We must fund the Ukraine and kill... destroy city... have give them money. But again, do not audit this money. And if you're to ask to audit the money, you are.
Yeah, and then he steps back and watches everyone like
Burn.
destroy it for him.
Well, he just does his little inside training from his friend Nancy Pelosi.
Well, I must go to bed.
Gay.